Accused cult leader charged with sexually assaulting one of his members today.
And prosecutors are sharing some chilling social media videos of the defendant claiming to be God. Atlanta News First reporter Brittany Ford joins us now from DeKalb County Courthouse with the latest on this. Brittany?
Prosecutors highlighted alleged violence and emotional abuse reported by some of the former members. Today, a cult expert was brought in to weigh in on those accounts.
I am not a man. I am not a woman. I am God.
Social media videos of defendant Eligio Bishop were played before the jury.
You in my dream. You in my dream.
Bishop is the alleged cult leader of a polygamous group called Carbon Nation. Friday, prosecution called cult expert Rick Allen Ross to the stand.
Did you form an opinion on whether or not the defendant fits the profile of a destructive, authoritarian group leader?
Yes.
Ross explained he studied the group over the years and has observed dangerous behaviors.
They should obey him and that they should subordinate themselves to him.
Bishop is accused of raping one of his followers while residing in DeKalb County in March of 2022. The alleged victim says Bishop then posted revenge porn online when she decided to leave the group. The defense has stressed her statements to police contradict that any sort of rape occurred. Courtney Townsend is a former member.
What would happen if someone upset or angered Mr. Bishop?
I would say that emotional abuse.
During testimony,
I had to pause for this clown here. Now this clown here, they called him Solar. I don't know exactly what his real name is, but this clown is Solar. Well, now if I'm correct, he impregnated Nature Boy's wife, which I showed you in the beginning. Nature Boy's wife, where she goes, there she goes, Velvet. Yeah. And then he went on here and got this other girl pregnant. That's the one who's on trial, basically saying that, revenge P or whatever, like that. This this clown. But basically, I'm just showing clips today. I'm just gonna show clips and everything because first the trial was public, but then it all of a sudden turned around and became unpublic. So I'm going by news clips and reading articles. So I'm gonna finish off this clip and I'm gonna read an article and we'll go from there. What you do is make sure you hit the like button. Share your thoughts and opinions in the comment section and tell me what you think of this. Are you following this trial? Did you ever hear anything about Nature Boy? And shout out to the ones who did the vote. That's why I was like, well, let me just do something short today, a little bit on Nature Boy. But I have done past commentary, not too much, maybe about 2 or 3 videos. So you can go back to my past commentary or I'll put it inside the description. You can go from there if you want to check it out. And let's resume to this one and we'll talk some more. Make sure you hit the like.
Emotional abuse.
During testimony, Townsend stated there was backlash against the alleged victim.
We collectively worked on videos to throw dirt on and make her seem crazy.
So I was watching this for years. And watching them. Solar, you're not all that innocent. You're not. But I'll share my thoughts later.
Now, Bishop is facing multiple charges, including false imprisonment and rape. If convicted, he faces a maximum penalty of life in prison without parole.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to read this article real quick, and then after the article, I'm going to show you some more clips. All right. Give me a second here. Okay, this is an old article that I have from the Daily Mail. All right, so when did this come out in the Daily Mail? It got to be here somewhere. Oh, this came out April 18, 2022. Cult leader Carbon Nation arrested for alleged R of a woman and for sending explicit photos of her to her followings, claiming the pictures were sexual education. Eligio Bishop, that's Nature Boy, 40, was often referred to himself as Three Gods, and Nature Boy of the cult Carbonation was arrested on April 14, officials said. An investigation was launched by the Special Victims Unit after they received a complaint concerning Bishop on March 30th. A police spokesperson said, the self-proclaimed cult leader who believes in nudism, polygamy, what else he believes in, and refraining from bathing. Oh, I remember when he was going through that phase, they wasn't bathing. Oh my gosh. For bathing from a former model, stripper, and S-worker. Yeah, he used to be, do adult entertainment, if you know what I'm talking about. He allegedly forced followers to surrender their money, credit cards, bank accounts, information in order to join their cult, sources said. His other identities include the Messiah, Master Chief, and his Facebook account. Oh my gosh, it's just too much. All right, I want to read this other article. Now I'm going to get into this other article I have here. Give me just a second here. And I'm going to show some more clips. All right, this article I have here, this came from WSB TV 2. Nobody said no to the king. The R trial of alleged cult leader continues in DeKalb County. DeKalb County, Georgia, a key witness in the trial against an accused cult leader known as Nature Boy testified in front of a jury Thursday. Eligio Bishop, 40, is on trial accused of R-ing one of the followers, refusing to let her leave, and posting sexual explicit videos of her online in order to harass her. She was the first key witness to take the stand Thursday. Channel 2 Action News. Policy is to withhold names of the possible victims of the R for their privacy and protection. But you could always look it up because all their videos is online. They did everything online. Nothing was private about them. Keep that in mind, ladies and gentlemen. All right, where am I up to? Excuse me, I'm a little bit under the weather. The women told the jury that they met Bishop and what she called the tribe when she was 22 years old, waitress dealing with depression and family issues. Oh, okay. She said that she previously knew Bishop due to a social media post under the name Nature Boy. She said that he created a group called the Carbonation, preaching kindness and self-sustaining communities. She told the jury it was a lifestyle. It was about living in tune with self and community, and about love and speaking righteously, said the woman. Yeah, okay, all right, so give me a second here. I'm getting ready to show another video, and I'm gonna get into my thoughts. We're just gonna watch a little bit of clips here, Let's get into the clips. And what you do is make sure you hit the like, share me out if you like, and go from there. Okay. Let's see what this clip here is. All right, ladies and gentlemen. All right, let's listen to this clip.
Trial of an alleged cult leader accused of rape. Eligio Bishop was arrested in April of 2022 after a former member of the Carbonation cult accused him of rape and false imprisonment, and claims he posted sex videos of her online as revenge. 11 Alive's Tracy A. McPeer has been following this case for us. She just stepped out of the courtroom. And Tracy, you're joining us live now with an update.
That's right. It's been a very emotional day in court with opening arguments. Then we heard from the victim in court for the first time.
I wasn't able to go. I felt like I couldn't. I felt powerless. And he kept telling me that he wanted to.
Now I have to pause, ladies and gentlemen. I see you, Melville. I have to pause, ladies and gentlemen. You hear her crying and everything. And you know my channel, I'm so against violence. Okay? But if you have been following this cult, Carbonation and Nature Boy, you would know that how many times she's been back and forth in this cult. She left, came back. She even left one time, went to another one. I don't know if he called himself a cult or whatever. I forgot his name. And if anybody's watching replay, please put in the comment section, let me know his name. but he had wives too, and him and Nature Boy used to go at it. So she wanted to get Nature Boy upset, so she left that Nature Boy and then went over there. Then ended up coming back to Nature Boy. See, this is what I'm talking about. That's why I said that, is this a trial of a scorned woman? And is this a trial of dusty men that was mad because they wanted to be Nature Boy? Okay? I'm not saying that this man is innocent, because he's done a lot of crazy stuff out there. But the thing about it was, everybody knew what he was doing because he posted everything online. And these women kept going back and forth. This one here, oh my gosh, she just had her father just, calling, Daddy, Daddy, come and get me. And her father would come out there with his wife and bust his butt to go and get his daughter. And what did she do? She go right back over there. One time she left. This is on Velvet right there. If I'm correct, don't quote me on it. One time she had left. She went home. She got all this money because she was going to have a meet and greet, I think it was. And embarrass her mother like that because she didn't show up to it, and she turned around here and dipped. I think they had to pay the people back. I can't remember exactly the whole story or whatever. But I felt sorry for her mother for everything because she was embarrassed. And what did she do? Turn around and went right back to Nature Boy. The reason why they was giving all that donation money, they felt sorry. Oh, you at the cult. You just had a baby. We have to help you out. And she was taking advantage of all that good money. All right, let's get back to it. Let's listen to what the alleged victim have to say.
He wanted to just do it one more time, just one more time.
On day one of Eligio Bishop's trial, the victim took the stand, explaining the power.
I have to say, what possessed Nature Boy to wear this in court? You cannot come to court like that. Why is he in court like that? They can get him a suit, even if it's donated, they get it from the Salvation Army. Why does he have to come into court like that? I just don't get it. And if you watch it, like with the first day, I was going to show the clip, but I said no need to watch it. It was the first one he was picking a jury, right? And as I was watching Nature Boy's lawyer, to me, it's like his lawyer don't really want to be balded. He don't really want to be bald this case. Probably Nature Boy's giving him a hard time. But Nature Boy, you have to understand, this is a public defender. This is free. So this, when you pay nothing, I don't want to say those words, but you're really not going to get anything. And I mean, I'm not picking on because a lot of people, this is all they can afford is the public defender. Or you might be able to afford to get a private lawyer, but you don't know how long the trial is going to take. You don't know how deep evidence you're going to need. You need this, need that. And lawyers charge you for everything. So when you have a public defender like him, they're on a budget. They can only spend but so much. But he's done. I mean, there's no way he's going to get off on this one. And especially with his lawyer, his lawyer is not, only person really gets you off on him, Cochran, because personally, there's too much footage, too much out here. I just don't think that this woman is what she's saying really did happen. I just really don't think so. She been back and forth too much. And if you watch my past videos, when I showed her, when her running down the block, trying to beat up Malia, jealous about, he gives you more attention than give me. Yeah. Watch that old clip. All right, let's get back to it. Nature Boy, why are you in court like that? You should have went bald, shaved, and wore a regular suit. Let's get it.
She says Bishop had over the members of his cult, Carbon Nation.
I was basically his disciple, and then he would make me his lover and take me and become his wife.
Bishop is facing a number of charges after the victim, a former member of Carbon Nation, accused him of rape and false imprisonment and says he posted sex videos of her online as revenge for leaving him.
What the defendant did with that power, the answer to that, the evidence will show, is sex. Nobody said no to the king.
In opening arguments Thursday, DeKalb County prosecutors described Eligio Bishop as a power-hungry cult leader that abused his members.
You will hear that there was this atmosphere of fear and violence within the group.
This is really hard to get through because I've seen all of this stuff that they're talking about. This is insane. And let's get into it. Good Karma, I see you up in here. You said, hi, Donna. I remember when she went cold. You remember that, right? Now, you see, this is the downfall, Good Karma. When you have a public defender, is it in the budget to go out there and do searching on this and get the evidence? I don't know if it's coming up in, oh, I can see my girl. BG in the house. BG in the house. Are they going to go back and pull out all of this? Because that woman was definitely cult hopping. Okay? Yes, she was. I seen it. Getting tattoos of this man and everything. I think I'm about sure I think she got a peach on her, because I think the girls all got tattoos and different cherry, apple. Lord have mercy. What is wrong with people doing this? Do you? I know, Melvie, isn't this crazy? I had to put on my glasses on because I thought that he was wearing a bathrobe. I'm like, Nature Boy, what are you in court like this for? You just really want to go in? You just want them to lock you up? Oh my gosh, let's get back to it.
Waiting for the other shoe to drop. Who was going to be next?
The defense claiming the sex and the videos were consensual and that she was.
Now, I know this is a little clip you can't really see, but look at Nature Boy's lawyer. Even this little pose on the side, you can tell that he does not care to be balded. And why Nature Boy only has one lawyer? I've been watching so many trials and covering trials. People, even with public defenders, they be having two lawyers. This is a serious case. Why he only got one lawyer? You know, and this is interesting. See, this is one thing I'm saying, this is kind of educational. Because, you know, we've been watching trials, we watch stuff, and we hear things on the news. But we never really know the whole full story. There's three sides of the story. There's your side, my side, and there's the truth. There's three sides, correct? So, after watching all this, and a lot of things, I'm like, I don't believe this. I just don't see it. Because I remember that day. She was out there running for him. Running, fighting, picking on Malia. I mean, they all did bullying to each other. Every one of them did bullying to each other. The men was bullying the women. Women bullying each other. All of them. So it's not like everything was Nature Boy. And I'm going to say one thing. The reason why everybody's turning against him and they so happy he's getting locked up, because the secret with Mama Dia is going to still be a secret. We're never going to find out exactly whatever happened to Mama Dia. Yeah, let's talk about Mama Dia. That's the pretty lady in the pink over here on your right side facing it. Mama Dia, she's deceased. And we need to know, when she went out here to Carbonation, why did her family have to have their mother, their sister, their best friend, or whatever come home in a body bag? We need to know. Now, if Nature Boy goes to jail, that secret's never going to come out. But these people know what happened. You see everybody in there? They was there. See Mama Dear right there in the picture? They was there. All right, let's get back to it. Anybody have anything to say about that? Feel free. The people watching replay, share your thoughts on it. Rest in peace, Mama Dear. Rest in peace. You know, I really feel sorry for your family, and I have prayers out to your family, because they need closure. They need to know exactly what happened to their mother, their sister, their cousin, best friend, God's child. All right, let's get back to it. Nature clown.
Able to leave.
She packed her bags. Nobody stopped her from packing her bags on. She was able to get her paintings out of the storage. Nobody stopped her from doing that.
The victim claims there were many rules in the cult and punishments for those who broke the rules.
When you disrespect Eligio, you would either go in the corner or do squats or be reprimanded or shunned.
Eventually, she.
Did you see Nature Boy's face when she was talking? Like, what are you talking about? I just can't. I just, oh my gosh. Woo, boy. All right, Good Karma says, I hope it comes out what they did to her, cuz I swear they killed her. We don't know, allegedly, right? But a Good Karma, if this man gets locked up, you can forget it. We're never going to find out. Unless one of these clowns decide to wake up and say, I repent and I have to tell. Unless one of these clowns decide to speak. This beautiful woman went out there like that and then comes back in a body bag. I didn't watch it at that time. I found out about it after. The time that I started watching it was the Rambo's wife. That's the one next to the one with the orangey, yellow, and red thing right next to Mama Dia, when she just had his baby. Yeah, that's what time. They just had the baby, and then all of a sudden they told Nature Boy, we're leaving. And Nature Boy was mad. Like, where you going? Where you going? He was mad. Mm-hmm. And I see you, realers, and blessings to you, brother. Mm-hmm. All right, Melvin has something to say. Seems like after Jim Jones... Oh, God, here we go. Jim Jones, people would have stopped leaving their families for these cults. Mm-hmm. And the difference with the Jim Jones and this, we got the social media. So everything was on social media. You could see everything. You want to look up Nature Boy and find out? You know, before you go over there, pull it up. It's right there. All right, back to the clown suit.
He says those punishments included violence and beatings from Bishop and the other members.
He used a belt, a leather belt, to whip her over 50 to 100 times.
The victim admits she was a member of the cult 3 different times. And as she was leaving for the final time, she told him no to sex repeatedly before finally saying, okay.
And how many times do you think you told him no before you said okay? If you just had to...
So many times I couldn't.
This is so hard to get through this. This woman, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I bet you the lawyer don't have that. Do you have the evidence to prove to her jumping back and forth to different cults? The stuff she was saying to him and coming back? Do you have the evidence? Did you pull out the evidence showing her trying to beat up Malia? Wow. See, this is something we learn about. You never know the whole full story. And see, the people on the jury, they don't know all of this. Unless, somebody on the jury do and they're not telling. I mean, you can interview a person. They can interview the jury and say, oh, do you know anything about Nature Boy? Do you follow? No, absolutely not. And they probably know more about Nature Boy than we do. So you never know. Or whatever. But just people on the jury, they don't know the whole story. So they're just going to go by hearing this. So he's guilty. But they don't know the whole story. Like, whoa. What she did? And she wanted to be the head chiefess? See, all these women come out that they was fighting. That's why I say a bunch of scorned women. Because everybody wanted to be the head chiefess. Right there. That's one of the blue. Evil Velvet. They wanted to be her. They wanted to be her. They wanted to be her. And these clowns, they wanted to be Nature Boy. So everybody's just turning against them. It's because, jealousy. Now, don't get me wrong. I don't want nobody hear or watch a replay say, Donna, are you a Nature Boy fan? Are you supporting him? Absolutely not. We just talking facts. That's all. Just sharing my thoughts. All these clowns need to go. Because all these clowns did something wrong. But we want to know about Mama Dia, don't we? Mama Dia? Man, I feel like crying, man. It's just so sad. This shouldn't have happened to Mama Dia. And her family does not have answers. And it's not right. Let's get back to it. Hit the like if you didn't hit the like, please.
He interrupts me and says, shut up. You're my property. You're not going anywhere.
Okay. You know what? Maybe he did say that. And I believe it. But you know what? Half of these women like that crap. There's a lot of women that really like for a man to talk to them that way. And a lot of these clownettes that's out there, they loved it. They loved it. Wow. If y'all just go back and see the videos, there's a lot of content creators that did videos, and they have, shrew of videos. You want to take back and look at the old clips, and you're going to be like, wow. Oh, well. Mama Dia. Resume.
Now, the prosecution also played clips of the sexually explicit videos that were posted on Bishop's site. That was one of the more disturbing parts of the trial so far. Now, this trial will resume tomorrow morning.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to show you another clip here. And I believe that, you know, watching that video might have been disturbing and everything, but they all was into having sex on video. They was okay with that. All of them. All of them was okay with it. And they all said it was educational. Telling people to watch it, to learn from it. Now she wants to holler out you know what I'm trying to say, our revenge. And I see you, Francine, and blessings to you, and blessings to you. Yeah, this clown. Yeah, he was over there hanging out in your area, right? He got kicked out. That was another story. Who remembers that one when he was in Hawaii? Oh my gosh, let me stop laughing. Okay, let's get back to it. Just a second, let me change it. Hold a second. Okay, let me find another clip, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not gonna keep y'all here forever, because like I said, the trial's not really posted. But this place you can go online and you can and see more of it. For some reason they stopped in the courtroom. Okay, we're going to watch this clip. Alrighty, where we at? Okay, let's hear. You know another thing that's weird too? Law and Crime is not covering this. But and also Court TV. That's weird. Neither one of them is covering. And I was looking and I see something from Court TV, so we're gonna hear what Court TV has to say. But that's very weird. Very weird. Because the only people who's covering was like Atlanta news stations, some other ones like Georgia stations. I think they screwed up somewhere. That's why they probably pulled the cameras. I don't know. I don't know the whole story. So nobody quote me on it. All right, let's hear what Court TV has to say. They're pretty good. But I was really hoping that Court TV or Law and Crime would, you know, cover it, because they do very good coverage. All right, let's get it.
Eligio Bishop is charged with raping a woman who wanted to leave his religious group that he called Carbon Nation. Our own Court TV, Ted Rollins, has a closer look at the case.
In this video, I will be teaching you how to think. And I know a lot of people are already saying, mind control.
I remember that clip. I remember. Let's get it.
The alleged cult leader of Carbon Nation, Eligio Nature Boy Bishop, was arrested after a former cult member claimed he posted revenge porn after she left him.
But truly, I'm a really sweet person. They want to crucify me, they want me dead. They're going to hate around me. They can feel it. That's like any other prophet. Only me, I'm the return of Christ.
Carbon Nation is a polygamous group that believes in nudism, sexual education, veganism, and that members hand over all financial information to their leader.
See, narcissistic people and sociopaths, they have like different personalities. You don't know what character they want to be. So at this time, he decided he wanted to act like he was the Messiah. He went through in this costume. Like you said, he always had different costumes. You know what I mean? And all of them was with the costumes. So it wasn't just them. They just loved the little dress-up games. See? Outfits, and then, what's it right here? You know, the little costumes. All right, let's get back to it.
Eligio Bishop. He has amassed significant followings on YouTube and Instagram. A former member of his group spoke with an Atlanta news station.
He literally held me hostage. He took all of my identification, my passport, my birth certificate, my social, my bank cards, everything, you name it.
Court documents claim in March of 2022, Bishop raped one of his members after refusing to let her leave. He then posted, the allegation says, the videos onto his social media pages.
So it's like, lock up all the real men, or all the dominant males. Let's lock them all up. You know what? I still forgive her.
Bishop is charged with rape, false imprisonment, and 3 charges of prohibition on nude or sexually explicit electronic transmissions. He's pled.
Melvie asked a good question. You said, were they all on, I don't know if I can say that word, but I guess whatever, drugs. You know one thing, if I'm correct, they didn't do drugs out there. He was supposed to be all Mr. Natural. I think they just drink red wine or whatever. First it was the vegan kick. You know what I mean? Like I said, these narcissist, sociopath type people, they go through different personalities. So they went through the vegan thing, and then, yeah, they didn't do no drugs. Nah, no drugs. Just wine. At first they wasn't even drinking. Then later on they started drinking wine. They wouldn't eat no outside food. But then I think one day everybody caught Nature Boy eating some chicken wings and some fried rice. I think when they was living in New York for a hot second. I mean, they stayed in different people's houses. And believe it, people's watching these cults, and they would come up to them and say, hey, you want to come and stay here? And they was sending them money. They was living for free. They was getting paid. Woo! That's what I'm saying. All of them is not that innocent. All right, let's get back to court TV.
Pled not guilty, claiming she consented to participating in the sexual act and has never held anyone against their will.
I want to apologize if I offended anybody in any kind of way. I said it, the truth, in the wrong way.
This lady that you see on the right, if I'm correct, nobody quote me up, I think I'm correct. This was like, I didn't watch at this time with this cult. This is like more in the beginning. I didn't watch at this time. But I did watch some old pictures. But I think her family, they came out there. I think BBC. What was the name of that station? Whatever it is. Well, whatever station was. They did some commentary. And I think their family found her or whatever it was. And they got out that cult quick. And she never came back. Reason. And there was plenty of people that have left and they never came back. They got out there. They was like, whoa, it's too much. And they just left and never came back. But this woman that's on the trial, oh, no. She kept coming back. She's just mad. This is my thoughts and opinions. She's just mad because she wanted to be the head chiefess. She was probably jealous that he was giving Malia more attention or whoever. And it got ugly. So she left. She's like, all right, I'll bring you down. This is what happens. I'm sorry, men. Sometimes women get like that. It is what it is. Just got to be careful. All right, a lot of people smoke weed and don't consider it a drug. You are so right. I'm glad you brought that up. No, they didn't even do weed either. Because I would have said that. But you brought that up because, everybody look at it differently. I still consider it a drug, too. I don't care, weed or whatever. A drug is a drug, okay? You can't smoke weed and drive, can you? Must be something wrong with it. You can't drink and drive, right? Something wrong with it. But no, they didn't even do that. No. Unless they did it before. But if I'm correct, as they was in carbonation, no, they didn't do those drugs. I mean, I stand to be correct. If I'm wrong, let me know. Let us know. All right, let's get back to it.
I stand by everything that I stand by.
The trial kicked off yesterday with opening statements. We want to take a look back together at some of those highlights. First, from the state and then the defense.
If you have a 700 plus credit score, you qualify for Chase's new.
The thread that runs through this entire story, really from the very beginning, is a desire, a thirst for knowledge, something on a spiritual level, something that transcends eras, cultures, distance. Young people experiencing and coming out into the world on their own.
I'm telling you, prosecution, his opening statement, if I was on that jury and I didn't know anything, I'd be like, oh my gosh, he was just taking advantage of these young ones. He's talking like these were 12-year-olds. See how he's painting the picture to the jury? See, this is what happens, ladies and gentlemen. We just got to pray you never get caught up in something like this. Going to court or whatever, because everything might not come out that can actually save you and prove you be innocent. All right, I'm going to stop talking. Let's get through this clip and I'll let everybody go.
for the first time, longing for a kind of knowledge, spirituality, of belonging. Eligio Bishop promised that. He promised that he had all of the answers to all of their questions, the answers to their prayers, and that he could fill their spiritual voids. He alone could speak the truth. He alone showed them what they could be, in tune with nature, living off the land, a communal sort of paradise. Newell first saw Eligio Bishop and his group in a restaurant where she worked. She was 22. It was about 2018. She was intrigued. The way they dressed, the way they talked, they seemed so genuine. She kept in touch with the defendant online, and she was planning a trip overseas to Bali. Instead, she left home and joined the defendant's group. Another thread that runs through this case is power. This defendant's desire to maintain power over the people in his group.
This prosecutor, I don't know, he's going to get a raise or something, whatever, but this is a big case for him. He's taking down a cult leader. Wow. Yeah, there's more people you can take down the whole clown, the whole group. I just can't wait to see. After you get locked up, maybe about a year or two, the rest of these clowns, what's going to be the name of their cults? Unless they already started a cult. They probably did. Reason.
Group. There was this atmosphere of fear and violence within the group, waiting for the other shoe to drop. Who was going to be next? Power, accomplished through the ever-looming threat of physical violence. The second part of that preface, though, what the defendant did with that power. The answer to that, the evidence will show, is sex. You will hear, again from the former members, that this defendant had his choice of the women in the group. When he reached his room, he grabbed her in his arms and literally would not let her go. She was crying, and she told him she had to leave, that he would not let her go. He asked for sex one last time. She told him no. She had to leave, but he would not let her go. He asked again and again. She said no, again and again. He put her on the bed. She told him no. She had to leave, but he would not let her leave. He asked again, one last time. And finally, after countless times of saying no, realizing she wasn't leaving that room unless she gave in, she said, okay. They started having sex, and she pushed him off.
Look at Nature Boy face. He like, where'd she get all this from? And you know, the thing about it is, I believe it might have happened, but she was okay with it. They all into that rough sex. This is what they do. They love this. They okay with it. They all, you know, if this is what people, I don't judge what people want to do in the bedroom. Whatever you want to do behind closed doors is your business. As long as it's consensual, as long as with an adult, not no minor, no animals, not against nobody's will or drugging them. Okay? But if two consensual adults want to do blank, 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 that's their business. And that's what I'm trying to say. They was all into this crazy stuff. They loved it. You just mad because he probably wasn't calling, begging for you to come back. And you can cheat this. I mean, really, women? Is this your goal in life? Is this a goal? Reason.
But even then, he would not let her leave. He flipped her over and penetrated her from behind as she was crying. He escaped the next morning.
You know what? I'm just watching this clip with you. I didn't see Nature Boy doing that. Oh, wow. We have to rewind. Let's rewind a little bit. Wow, that was a moment. Wow. Yeah, I feel kind of the same way too. Yeah, all these women wanted. They was made videos talking about how they like it like that.
He flipped her over and penetrated her from behind as she was crying. He escaped the next morning before anyone woke up.
Let's go back and look at March 24th, 2022. This defendant, along with some other people, were living in a house. It essentially was a polygamous relationship. This defendant had a woman that was considered to be his queen, and then there were other women that were there as well. We're not here to hide it from you. That's not what he's charged with, okay? Now, on March 24th, 2022, indicated, based on what she told law enforcement, that she wanted to leave the house. And so she wrote text messages on that day. There will be evidence. But other things that are going to be extraordinarily relevant about March 24th, 2022 is her interview with law enforcement and the different things that she did. So on March 24th, 2022, she ended up leaving the house the next morning, which was the 25th, okay? But on that day, between the time she talks to law enforcement, which is not until April of the next month, essentially, 2 weeks later, she gives an interview to law enforcement. She never actually tells law enforcement that Mr. Bishop raped her. What she did was she came down to the DeKalb County Courthouse,
And I believe my past commentary, I showed that video, if I'm correct. I believe I did. Past commentary. Resume.
she attempted to get a misdemeanor warrant against Mr. Bishop. And in that misdemeanor warrant, she didn't say anything about being raped. She said that he had posted some videos online that she wanted him to take down. That was it. She never said anything about being falsely imprisoned, because she had to make a sworn application in front of a judge in order to get a warrant taken out. So they scheduled a hearing. In that, there was never a single word about rape. She described going back into the house and that she and Mr. Bishop made love. Those were the words that she used. She additionally said,
Ladies and gentlemen, she did. I remember seeing that clip. She did. She said they made love. Now all of a sudden she turned around saying rape. Oh my God, I didn't mean to say the word. You know, I just pray. You know, I have sons. They don't get caught up. But, you know, I know they ain't gonna be no cult leader or nothing, you know. But, you know, men with women, and you thinking everything is consensual, and it might be a little wild, a little kinky or whatever and stuff. And then all of a sudden she wants to turn around and cry R. And, you know, this is not good, because there's a lot of victims out here that really are going through it. Been through it, and it's hard. And then when somebody like this who lies, it makes the ones who's telling the truth look bad. You know, it's just ridiculous. So let's get back to this.
that she believed Mr. Bishop was faking it, that he didn't really love her, but that he was faking being excited to have intercourse with her. Not a single word about rape. Not a single word about false imprisonment. The state's going to say, and they're going to put in evidence to prosecute, that Mr. Bishop falsely imprisoned her. And you just heard the state, through his words, and his words and my words are not evidence, but you just heard the state say that she left the house, she had called an Uber. I can't imagine how you would be falsely imprisoned if you have the ability to call an Uber. But she alleged that she was being beaten by another person. And so because she was being beaten by this other person, she decided to leave. That's what he just said. She packed her.
This is my chance. Crystal, do I sound better? I changed the setting. Hopefully I sound better. The video setting is up. Do I sound better in the video? I changed it. Let me know. What was the thought that I was getting into? Yeah, what they showing here, if I'm correct, the last time I did commentary was when I showed that she was mad. See, wow. Oh, she said yes, better. Okay. Thank you for saying something. I hope everybody heard the other stuff because I've been doing a lot of talking. All right, let's get back to it.
Bags. Nobody stopped her from packing her bags somehow. She was able to get her paintings out of the storage. Nobody stopped her from doing that. They don't even describe, according to what he just said, Mr. Bishop stopping her from doing anything. She gets outside to an Uber that she's somehow able to call. And yet she's been beaten so bad, according to her. When she gets out to the Uber, she decides that she wants to go back in and say goodbye to a person who allegedly has treated her so bad for so long.
Wow. You know what? Scratch what I was saying earlier, because you pulling out some good points. I don't know how much evidence you was able to pull out and everything, so I can't really watch the trial, but pretty good opening statement. Pretty good. It's all about the jury, if they're gonna believe it. You know, and then plus she just had a baby by one of these clowns from the group. So, you know, they're gonna feel sorry for her. She got the little baby and all of this. Wow.
That's not false imprisonment.
Still with us, attorney Ron Zambrano. Ron, just very different characterizations of what was going on and what happened. But the state, I thought, delivered a powerful opening to say what he did with that power is the problem, and that he would not let her go, and that he did have sex with her, even though she'd said no, amounting to rape and false imprisonment.
She said they made love and she came back. Yep. When she first called the cops, she didn't call about the R. She didn't go there. Wow. But they're going to lock him up. He's done. They're going to lock him up. There's no way he's going to get off. I don't know if he does get off. The only way I can see that he would get off, these are my thoughts and opinion, people on that jury have been doing their own investigation online. You can tell the jury, don't look at social media, don't talk about the case with nobody, but you're going to tell me wives ain't going to go home and talk to their husbands? You think husbands ain't going to go home and talk to their wives? Girlfriends talking on the phone, girl, let me tell you, I'm on this trial, whatever. Oh, yeah, I know about that. Let me tell you what's such. People talk. You cannot stop it. You can tell them what to do on the jury, but that does not mean they're going to do it. They all these people on the jury are not subpoenaed, that they have to stay in a hotel room and no contact and no social media. They all going home and having dinner and going to work or whatever they're doing. There's something to think about, y'all. You got to think about this. I mean, we're humans. You can tell a human being something, but that don't mean a human being is going to do it. People going to do what they want to do. They can listen, but they're going to do what they want to do. And it's sad. Your life and your faith is in the hands of a jury. Wow. Yeah, just try not to get yourself caught out in trouble.
I think it was skillfully done how he laid this foundation of like this guy had power. He wanted the power. He asked for the power. That's where we're starting from. And then from there, it's this argument from the prosecution side. He abused that power to the extent that he did the crimes that they're allegedly saying he did, such as making sure people can't leave or using or coercing them for sex. And it was only about sex. I think it was beautifully done. And I think the jurors are like, oh yeah, cult leader, power. How did he abuse it? I follow it. I think it's very, very skillfully done.
And quickly, how would you defend that? And what's your best defense?
I think the best defense is, look, she left in an Uber. How bad could she be? And look what she said at the time. But these things are delicate. We have some sexual assault cases, and memory and the way people.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that was it. I was trying to find a video of something with Mama D. If I could ever find something with Mama D, I'll just put up a little video so you can see her or whatever. I wanted to go there. So that was just about it. I just wanted to show those clips on this one. And we'll just see how the trial turns up. If I do some more clips, it'll be probably next weekend or whatever. We'll see how long this trial. I don't know exactly how long the trial is, what it's going to be. But if anything comes up, I'll do something probably next Sunday, briefly, and go from there. All right, so I just want to have a moment of silence for the beautiful lady that's on the right in the pink, my favorite color. She has on my favorite color. Rest in peace, Diva. And may your family get closure. May your family get answers on what happened to Mama Tia. Moment of silence, ladies and gentlemen.